Good morning, students. We are solving the previous year question paper and we are on to the question number 6c. If a particular field is given by f bar is equal to x plus 2y plus az, ax bar plus bx minus 3y minus z ay bar plus 4x plus cy plus 2z az bar, then find the constants a, b and c such that the field is irrotational. Okay, so this is the question being asked. So the vector field is irrotational if the curl is 0. If the curl of the vector field, given vector field is 0, then the vector field is said to be irrotational. That means what? Del cross f bar is equal to 0. If the curl of the vector field is 0, then we say that the vector field is irrotational. Now we have to find del cross f bar. So del cross f bar, this is equal to ax bar. How do you find the cross product? That is ax bar, ay bar, az bar, then dou by dou x, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. Then we have fx, fy of the fx, fy and fz, right? So this is how we find the curl, del cross f bar, right? So this is nothing but this is equal to dou. So this column will go and this row will go, dou fz by dou fy. So dou fz by dou y, right, minus of dou fy by dou z minus dou fy by dou z. Okay, this into ax bar, right, plus, actually it is minus, but if we take it plus, the terms will get rearranged here, plus. So this row will go, this column will go, dou fz by dou x, but this term will come first here, it is a minus term, so minus into minus is plus. So dou fx by dou z, dou fx by dou z minus of, so this row, this column, this into this, first this term will come, then this term, dou fz by dou x minus dou fz by dou x, into ay bar, right, plus we get what we get next term here. This row will go, this column will go, dou fy by dou x, dou fy by dou x, minus dou fx by dou y, az bar, this is equal to 0. Okay, now the curl has to be 0, that is this equation has to be 0. So if this equation has to be 0, then this term has to be 0, this term has to be 0, and this term should be equal to 0. So let us equate these terms to 0 and then find the that is constants a, b and c, right? We will do that. So what are the terms here? So the terms here are, that is dou fz by dou y, first term dou fz by dou y, that is ax bar term, minus dou fy by dou z. So if we take this dou fz by dou y, what is fx here? So fx equation is, x plus 2y plus az, x plus 2y plus az, right? Then fy term is bx minus 3y minus z, fz term is 4x plus cy plus 2z. Okay, so dou fz by dou y, so let us differentiate this with respect to y. So we get here, if we differentiate this with respect to y, that is c. So x with reference to y is 0, z with reference to y is 0, so cy differentiate with respect to y is c. Then minus dou fy by dou z, so this if we differentiate with respect to z, okay, so this will be minus 1, so this is equal to 0, therefore we get c is equal to 1. So the next term, so that is dou fx by dou z, minus dou fz by dou x. So if we differentiate this, then we get a minus 4 here. First differentiate fx this with respect to z, so we get a, then minus this with respect to x, we get 4, minus 4. So this is equal to 0, therefore a is equal to 4. Similarly last term, that is dou f y by dou x, dou fy by dou x minus dou fx by dou y. So if we differentiate this, we will get b minus 2. This is equal to 0, therefore b will be equal to 2. So like this we have found out the constants. A is equal to 4, b is equal to 2 and c is equal to 1, and with the condition that the vector field is irrotational. Fine students, so this is how we have to solve this example. The next question is state and explain Lorentz force equation. So under module 4 here, so under module 4, state and explain, question number 7a, state and explain Lorentz force equation, Lorentz force equation. Okay, so let us explain this Lorentz force equation. What is the Lorentz force equation here? So if you want to explain the Lorentz force equation, then first we have to use the Coulomb's law. According to the Coulomb's law, the force Fe bar exerted on the electric charge, right, is given by Fe bar is equal to Q into E bar, newtons. Okay, so Fe bar is Q into E bar. So this is the force Fe bar exerted on the electric charge. It is given by, with the electric field intensity, E bar. So that is Fe bar is equal to Q into E bar. Take it as equation 1. Similarly, now the force experienced by the charge in a magnetic field, right? The force experienced by the charge in a magnetic field, that is Fm bar. This is given by the product of the charge into the velocity with which it is moving multiplied by the magnetic flux density, magnetic field, that is B bar. This Newton, take it as equation 2. So this is the force experienced in a electric field, then this is the force experienced in the magnetic field. Okay, so Fe bar and Fm bar. So we got these two equations. Fine. Next let us write accordingly. So the next equation will be, if there are two or more forces, then the net or resultant effect is the sum of the effect of all the forces. There are two or more forces, then the net effect will be the sum or the resultant of all these forces. So if a particle carrying charge plus q, if it is moving with the velocity v bar, if a particle carrying charge q, it is moving with the velocity v bar in the region where there is both electric and magnetic field present, then the particle will experience both Fe bar and Fm bar. That is the force due to electric charge and the force due to magnetic field. Force due to electric field and force due to magnetic field. So the total force is given by F bar is equal to Fe bar plus Fm bar, Fe bar plus Fm bar. So this is equal to Q into E bar. So this is Q E bar plus Q V bar B bar. So Q is common, so I'll take it outside. So E bar plus V bar into B bar newtons. So this is the total force experienced by the charge Q, which is moving at a velocity V bar in both electric and magnetic fields. So this equation is called as the Lorentz force equation. So this equation for F bar, force F, is called as a Lorentz force equation. So some of the points about the Lorentz force equation are that the first point is that the first term QE bar, the first term, that is QE bar, it does not depend on V bar. It does not depend on V bar, and Fe bar is in the same direction, as E bar, Okay, this is the first point. Then the second point is that second term Q V bar into B bar depends on V bar. It depends on V bar. The second term depends on V bar, and it is perpendicular to, the second term, right? It is perpendicular to both. That is, the force Fm is perpendicular to both V bar and B bar. Okay. Then if the mass of the charge is m, right, then we can write the equation F is equal to ma we know this equation. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is mass into dv bar by dt. So this is nothing but our equation here, whatever we got here, q into E bar plus V bar into B bar. Okay, so this is about the Lorentz force equation. Lorentz force equation, right? So we started with F is equal to QE bar, and Fm is equal to QE bar into B bar. Total force is the sum of Fe bar and Fm bar, right? Then we have stated few of the points on this equation. F bar is equal to Q into E bar plus V bar into B bar newtons. Then we have written the equation in terms of force is equal to mass into acceleration, and we have equated it to Q into E bar plus V bar into B bar. Fine, students. So this is about the statement of the Lorentz force equation and its explanation. Let us go through the next question. Let us go to the next question here. So the next question is a example. It's a problem here. Okay. So let us solve this problem. The statement of the problem is like this. This is the statement of the problem. It is question number 7b. Question number 7b. A point charge q is equal to a point charge q equal to 18 nanocoulomb has a velocity of 5 into 10 raised to 6 meter per second in the direction AV bar is equal to 0.6 AX bar plus 0.75 AY bar plus 0.3 AZ bar. Calculate magnitude of force exerted on the charge by the field right? The charge by the field. Calculate the magnitude of the force exerted on the charge by the field. That is, the first field is only due to E bar, that is minus 3 AX bar plus 4 AY bar plus 6 AZ bar kilovolt per meter it is, that is into 10 raised to 3. Second one is B bar is equal to minus 3 AX bar plus 4 AY bar plus 6 AZ bar millitesla. It is millitesla into 10 raised to minus 3. Then the third part of the problem is B bar and E bar acting together. Okay. So these are the three parts of the problems here. So let us solve this example. Given, what is given here? So write the given data first. Q is given, it is 18 nanocoulomb, that is 18 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb. 18 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb. Then V bar is given. Equation for V bar is V into AV bar, that is magnitude multiplied by its direction. Direction is given by the unit vector. So this is 5 into 10 raised to 6 multiplied by the vector 0.6 AX bar plus 0.75 AY bar plus 0.3 AZ bar meter per second. Okay, that is V into AV bar. V is 5 into 10 raised to 6, that is given. Then AV bar is also given. Correct. Next, so let us solve the first part of the problem. Electric force exerted by E bar on charge Q. Electric force exerted by E bar on charge Q is given by Fe bar is equal to Q into E bar. That is, Q is how much? 18 into 10 raised to minus 9. Then E bar is minus 3 AX bar plus 4 AY bar plus 6 AZ bar, right? This into 10 raised to 3. So this comes out to minus 54. If we simplify this, minus 54 into 10 raised to minus 6 AX bar, if we multiply here, then plus 72 into 10 raised to minus 6 AY bar, okay, plus 108 into 10 raised to minus 6 AZ bar, right? So the next equation will be So on further simplification we get it like this. So I'll be writing it in terms of micronewtons. So that is, this is minus 54 ax bar plus 72 ay bar plus 108 az bar micronewton. This is the vector. Now if you want the magnitude, you have to take the absolute value. So magnitude of the force exerted on the charge is given by absolute value of Fe, that is square root of, under the square root here, minus 54 into 10 raised to minus 6 square plus 72 into 10 raised to minus 6 square plus 108 into 10 raised to minus 6 square. So on simplification, the answer comes out to 140.5844 micronewton, that is equal to 140.6 micronewton. 140.6 micronewton. Okay. Next part of the problem, second part of the problem, magnitude of force exerted by B bar on charge Q. Magnitude of force exerted by B bar on charge Q. On charge Q is given by the equation, that is Fm bar is equal to, that is the magnetic field exerted force, that is Fm bar Q V bar into B bar. So this is nothing but Q is 18 into 10 raised to minus 9. This into V bar is 5 into 10 raised to 6 into 0.6 ax bar plus 0.75 ay bar plus 0.3 az bar. Correct. This into minus 3 ax bar plus 4 ay bar plus 6 az bar. This into 10 raised to minus 3. So this comes out to, first we have to multiply this with this, right, and then multiply with this term. Okay, so that is, this will be equal to here 0.054 ax bar plus 0.0675 ay bar plus 0.027 az bar. This into, so the remaining term is this, minus 3 ax bar plus 4 ay bar plus 6 az bar. Okay, this into 10 raised to minus 3. So now we have to take the multiplication, that is cross product of two vectors. So if you want the cross product of two vectors here, then how to take the cross product of two vectors? What is the method? Write the ax bar, ay bar, determinant, az bar, this, then x component of the first vector 0.054, y component of the second vector 0.0675, and z component of the first vector 0.027. Similarly, first component of the second vector is minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. So into 10 raised to minus 3 we should not forget, it is important. So 4 into 10 raised to minus 3, 6 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so here this will be further equal to, this will be equal to here this is 405 minus 108 into 10 raised to minus 6 ax bar, then minus of 324 plus 81 into 10 raised to minus 6 ay bar plus 216 plus 202.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 az bar. So on further simplification, this comes out to 297 ax bar minus 405 ay bar plus 418.5 az bar, this into 10 raised to minus 6 newtons. So the magnitude of the force is exerted is given by Fm bar is equal to square root of this, that is 297 into 10 raised to minus 6 square, then plus minus 405 into 10 raised to minus 6 square plus 418.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 square. So the answer is 653.74 micronewton. 653.74 micronewtons. Third part of the problem, that is force exerted on charge by both B bar and E bar on the charge, right, is given by F bar is equal to Fe bar plus Fm bar. That is, it is the addition of the two forces Fe bar plus Fm bar. So just add the two vectors Fe bar and Fm bar. So write the Fe bar. We already found out this Fe bar in the first part of the problem and Fm bar in the second part of the problem. Just write them first. Minus 54 into 10 raised to minus 6 Ax bar plus 72 into 10 raised to minus 6 Ay bar plus 108 into 10 raised to minus 6 Az bar plus this 297 into 10 raised to minus 6 Ax bar minus 405 into 10 raised to minus 6 Ay bar plus 418.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 Az bar. So the answer is, just add the two vectors here. So if we add the two vectors, what will be getting, students, here? So this comes out to 243 Ax bar minus 333 Ay bar. So you have to add x with x, right, y with y, and z with z component. So minus 333 Ay bar plus 526.5 Az bar micronewton. So the magnitude is nothing but the absolute value of this total force F bar. So let us take the absolute value here. So the absolute value will be equal to, the absolute value comes out to, that is magnitude of the force F bar, this is equal to square root of 243 into 10 raised to minus 6 square plus minus 333 into 10 raised to minus 6 square plus 526.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 square. So the answer is 668.6855 micronewton, or that comes out to 668.7 micronewtons. Okay, so this is the final answer, right, students? So in today's session we have covered, that is an example where the vector field given was irrotational and we have found out the constants A, B and C. That was the first question. Then second question was state and explain the Lorentz force equation. We have defined the Lorentz force equation. What is Lorentz force equation? Starting from Fe bar, Fm bar, and we have defined few points, stated few points on the Lorentz force equation, right? Then next was the problem on finding the, that is the magnitude of force exerted on the charge by the field only E bar, then magnitude of the force exerted on the charge by only B bar, and third part of the problem was magnitude of the force exerted on the charge by both B bar and E bar acting together. So we have solved the problem here, right? So that's all for today's session, students. I hope everybody have understood. If there are any doubts on these topics what all I have covered today, send your doubts to me. I will clarify your doubts. Thank you.